Hello everyone, welcome to our second winter spring take and make video. Today we'll be making a pretty snowy landscape inspired by the picture book The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. Let's paint our snowy ground first. Be sure that you have something you can get paint on underneath your paper. I used some thin cardboard that comes with some of our new books. You can leave your paint in the cup, or you can pour a little bit of it out onto a plate like I do. That way, I can put the lid on the cup with the rest of the paint to keep it fresh. Now we're going to use our sponge to paint rolling hills of snow. Dip your sponge in the paint and then experiment with ways to put it on your paper. You can dab it on, you can wipe it on, you can do a little bit of both. You can twist it. You can use different parts of the sponge. Try anything. How does the paint look different when you try different techniques? How can you make your ground look the way you want to? It's all up to you. Experiment with how things look and feel. Once you're happy with how your ground looks, it's time to paint our falling snow. For this part, you do want to pour the paint out onto something flat. Then take your bubble wrap, dip it flat into the paint, and then use it like a stamp on your paper. Be sure to put the bumpy side down into the paint, not the flat side. This will make a nice pattern of snowflakes. I stamped on the piece of cardboard I'm using to protect the table anytime I thought I had too much paint on my bubble wrap. Use different parts of your bubble wrap to make different patterns. You can make things a little easier even by cutting up the bubble wrap so you only have to hold small pieces at a time. Just stamp around the sky until you think your day looks plenty snowy. You can add some bigger snowflakes with other objects. If someone in your family sews, see if they'll loan you an empty spool of thread. I used a miniature one as a stamp, and I really like how it looks. Is there something else you think could make nice snowflakes if you used it as a stamp? Make sure it's okay with a grown-up and then go for it. Once you're all done with your sky, you can leave it to dry. But before you totally leave it, you can take a dry side of your sponge and gently press it all over your paper to soak up any extra paint. It will help it dry faster, and I think it makes everything look a little bit softer. Anytime part of my sponge seemed like it was getting a lot of paint on it, I switched to a new dry spot. There, now let it sit while it dries. If you poured out all of your paint, cover it up so you can still use it later. But if you still have some in your cup like I do, you don't have to worry as much about the stuff on your plate. You also might want to take this time to rinse out your sponge. Our last step is to add Peter, the little boy from The Snowy Day. Did you know he was one of the first black kids in a picture book who wasn't shown as a mean stereotype? The Snowy Day was even the first picture book about a black kid to win a major children's award. We need to glue his head onto his snowsuit first. There's a picture of Peter from the book on the back of your instructions that you can use to help you line him up perfectly. Just glue his snowsuit on over his head. Then, once he's all put together, find anywhere on your snowy landscape you think he might look nice and glue him down. I think here, right almost in the middle, looks nicest on mine. I'm just going to add a little extra glue under the tip of his snowsuit so it doesn't start peeling up. There we go. To finish up, you can sponge on a little more paint to make him look like he's standing in the snow. I'm just going to dab around his legs a little bit and then sponge away the extra paint. You can also add any other finishing touches you want, like any spots you think you missed, and then just let it dry. And there you have it, a pretty snowy landscape. Remember, we want to see your finished crafts. Post them on social media and tag us, or email them to huntingtonmemoriallibrary@gmail.com. If you show us 5 completed activities, we'll give you a coupon for a free scoop of Stewart's ice cream at the end of the season. And if you would like to read The Snowy Day, I have included a link to a read-along from the publisher that you can watch right here on YouTube. Have a lovely day and enjoy our snowy days.